Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are previewing NFL teams for the 2016 season, team by team. Today is July 21st, and the Indianapolis Colts is the topic of this video. The season win total 9.5. The under -135. The over is +105. Of course, they are +115 to win the AFC South, -135 to not win the AFC South. And here we go again. It's a classic Colts situation, right? Andrew Luck, and then some concerns all around the rest of the roster, especially on defense. They do have a bunch of wide receivers who could have some explosiveness this year with Hilton, Moncrief, and Dorsett. Hilton, we know what he is, right? But Moncrief and Dorsett, very promising. Not proven. It's not a guarantee that they're going to be great, but certainly positive signs. So you got Luck, and then those three receivers. Then on defense, though, I'm seeing a lot of oldness on defense, a lot of vulnerability.
Geritol, baby.
So I don't know if how they're going to do with respect to their spreads, but my first sense is that we look for overs with these guys, although the market might post these totals in the stratosphere, and then maybe the overs won't be good bets. But I have to look, it's going to be a very pass-heavy offense, very effective, not a lot of effective running, and a very vulnerable defense. Overs with the Colts, right, Mike Brenner?
Stacks, Loshak. I mean, that's the bottom line. With that breakdown, you've got to be banking some money.
Right.
Pistol Pete, this is an interesting team to break down, and we've already talked about it at length. Chuck Pagano, honestly, I mean, as they say in Costa Rica, he's on the Silla is in fuego. His seat is absolutely red hot. All right, here's what worries me. Luck just signed the biggest contract in NFL history, coming off of some big injuries, all right, not proven to be able to bounce back strong and stay healthy after. If he goes down, there's nobody behind him. There's nobody behind him. I mean, if that happens, Pagano might as well walk out with him.
Forget about that. If Luck goes down seriously,
I'm for real. I mean, this team was number 28 on offense last year, number 26 on defense. All right, they scored 24, which was uncharacteristic. They gave up 25, so there's a lot of things that have to be moved around here. 9.5, Pete, I don't know. I think if he stays healthy, they could get to it, but I'm not sold on him staying healthy, especially when a guy just signs a huge contract and says, you know what, might want to protect my body a little bit. He might not be taking them extra hits he would. Who knows? And that line was not good last year.
There's a lot of issues here. I actually expect to bounce back from Luck, but I'm just not sold on this team. I feel like another factor is just that the AFC South is getting stronger. I mean, for a long time it was a weak division, and the Colts just beat up on these weak teams. I think that inflated their records in previous years, made them look a little bit better than they were, and they were, even when they were good, even when Luck was playing great, they were still just kind of mediocre against non-AFC South teams. And now the AFC South is getting stronger, and Luck's coming off of a questionable year. I don't know. I'd have to, I'm not saying that it's great value, but if I had to make a bet on it, I'd take the under 9.5 -135. Exactly as you said. Even if Luck is healthy, they might still only win 9 games, and if he goes down, even for one game, it's a whole different ball game. So I guess my biggest tip, the thing I'm going to be looking for is at least to start the season, overs with the Colts, and maybe even as far as team totals, focusing more on the overs with their opposition as opposed to their own team total overs, because that defense, I feel like it's old and it's going to be vulnerable, and they're going to give up points, right?
Yeah, I really agree. I think the Luck comeback, I like that as well, and that's why I like your early overs, because their defense can give it up, and I think he's going to want to prove, too, that he's worthy of the contract, so I like that angle. What I don't understand really about this team, Pete, and I mean this, I think, you used to have laydowns, but those laydowns are, like you said, now they're tough games. If it wasn't for the Titans on that schedule, this team would really be looking at some serious issues as far as, and they got the Lions as well. But this defense hasn't done anything to impress me to make the changes.
Even the Titans, I mean, Mariota, if you put him up against a weak, even if he doesn't have great weapons on offense against this defense,
he's going to give him a battle.
Yeah, a quarterback with any NFL receiving core can put up points against this defense.
But another reason why I like the under is because years past, and you know this because the Colts have never had that absolute standout defense. All right, Luck always had to come from behind. He got a lot of his stats because they would get down 14-0 in first quarters. All right, then he started pressing. All right, if he's got to do that again this year, you're then looking at his injury factor. That's going to increase the chance of him going down because he doesn't have a good line. This team can't afford to have to come from behind every single game. If they do, it's trouble time. So I like it, Pistol Pete. I like the under, and I'm looking to fade this team as far as against certain teams, but I think they're going to do okay offensively with over, so I'm going to be on some overs. And the second game of the year, I'm circling it at the Broncos. I really think that offense is going to say, hey, Andrew Luck, you're overpaid. I mean, the defense for the Broncos. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to
betting on the Broncos in that game.
In that game, I am, but there's some spots I really like early, and after listening to you, the overs, first half overs, I think are going to be well this year for them. So.
All right, sounds good. And when football season starts, don't forget to visit SBR Odds to use it every Sunday for your line comparison needs, and of course to find out information about any book, any sports book, the reputable ones, the minor ones, the mid-range ones. Sportsbookreview.com.
And you know what, Pete? This is dead serious. Before I really got heavy into this, I used to throw my money out by gambling, and when I took advantage of that one tool that's absolutely free and just dedicating some time to get in and studying, I then learned how to invest. I'm not kidding you. SBRodds.com.
Good for you, Mike.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.